Good morning. This is Brian in Fort Worth. I haven't uploaded any YouTube videos in forever, and since I am over the last 2 years getting back into the vinyl community again, I wanted to create a short one. As many of you know, I am legally blind, so doing some of this is going to be a little bit uh, challenging, I guess, and I'll improve on things. This is just a starter video this morning. I'm a big classic rock fan. Love a lot of the stuff from the late 60s, 70s, 80s, and there's some great stuff in the 90s and past then also. But I just wanted to talk about a few of my interests. My main interests are the bands Led Zeppelin and Journey. Lifelong fans of them. And there's also a more modern day artist, Leslie Feist. I just love her voice, and her live shows are much better than her studio stuff. And anyway, those are my three top favorites, but I have a lot of interest in bands. So, anyway, this morning, real quick pan up to my Led Zeppelin poster. I was recently watching another video. I think it's, I'm going to get the channel name wrong, I know, but Vinyl with Amy, or I forget what it was. But she was talking about the Eagles and some of the UHQR releases. And just ironically, here in the last couple of days, I had gotten, and this isn't the UHQR, these are just the remastered recent releases in recent years. But I had gotten the Hotel California, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago. And I'm a little surprised that this sounds like it's really compressed. I don't know and haven't been able to find out through Discogs if this is the Bernie Grundman copy or not. And as some of you may see, and I just know where it's at, on the back, well, you won't be able to see, down at the back on the bottom text of the cover, it says Made in Canada. I can't find this copy on Discogs. They're either made in the EU, Argentina, or a worldwide release, or the U.S. But I think this is the worldwide release. It's just that some things aren't matching up, and I haven't got the matrix info off of it yet. That takes me a little time. Let's see here. This one just came in this morning, believe it or not, about 6 o'clock. I haven't even opened it yet, but the Eagles on the Border. Hopefully this isn't going to be blurry because I can't tell. To me, it looks like it may be a third-party company, even though it was shipped and sold by Amazon with that offset sticker there. But I'm going to be listening to this one in just a little while, and I'll try to remember to give my opinion of it. I would like to be able to get the UHQR releases, but I just can't afford to do that all the time. I've always liked the Rolling Stones, but I have not had a lot of their material. And so far, one of my favorites is definitely the Exile on Main Street. And this remaster sounds really good. I mean, really good. 2 LP. I guess I'm going to have to start taking the albums out. I'm going to be learning as I go with some of this. This is just my first introductory video. Anyway, that's one that I got a couple of days ago. Really great. I also got the Let It Bleed Rolling Stones recently. I've been getting a lot of albums over the last 2 years. Way more than I should have bought. But It's kind of like an addiction. It's hard to control sometimes, but every so often I just have to stop for a little while, save money, and then start doing it again. But the Let It Bleed also sounded really stellar. The copy I got here had a few pops on it, and I called Amazon back about it, and they said, hey, just keep it and we'll send you another one. So I got an unopened one. This, what is this? Oh, this is a stack right here of a friend had given me about 400 plus LPs. He was going to throw out a few, well, back in April of 2022, and I've been going through them. A lot of the stuff he had was jazz fusion, stuff from the early 70s up through the early 80s, and it's not really my cup of tea, but nevertheless, there were some great things in there, Rush albums, original pressings, AC/DC albums, a lot of stuff. He was in the military. He's a helicopter pilot, and he was stationed over in South Korea and bought a lot of albums over there. So some of them are really valuable. I've been learning as I add them to Discogs. This here was a band that I just bought because I heard one of the albums he had given me, and I think it's Shadowfax. Let's see here if I can see this. Shadowfax, yeah, Shadow Dance. I didn't personally care for this one, and I bought it off of Discogs for $10 from somebody. It was supposed to be mint condition, but it's a VG Plus. But I can't remember the name of the one that I'd listened to. It's not right here in this stack, so yeah, it was worth $10, but I think this was a 1985 release, and the 1981, I believe it was, release was the album I was going through from the ones he had given me, and I thought, man, I kind of like that music. It's no vocals, no nothing. It was kind of a mood setting music, I thought. But anyhow, well, I'm gonna kind of shut this video down and figure out a way to start making some better quality and better videos. Thankfully, I do have experience in video, and I have worked with it even after losing most of my vision. But I just wanted to start something off this morning, and this is what I'm starting with. Until next time. Oh, and by the way, my name is Brian, and my handle or channel name is Bootradr. It used to be Bootlegger because I'm a big-time bootleg collector, and I don't mean illegal bootlegs. I'm talking about live shows, things, studio outtakes, things that never got released. But I've been doing that for decades, and I've been into music. I'll tell you a little about myself real quick. I've been into music heavily since the age of 14, and the song that hit me at that age, I was born in 67, so yeah, I'm an old fogey now. The song at that age that hit me like a bullet was Journey's Don't Stop Believing. And then, of course, it was Steve Perry's voice in the music. Y'all shut up of it. Destiny! Sorry, they're tearing up the street out there and replacing drainage and stuff. But Journey and Led Zeppelin, as I mentioned, are two of my favorites. And Don't Stop Believing, when I heard that song, just being a 14-year-old and stuff you go through at that age, it hit home. It was like a bullet to the heart. So it cemented them as one of my all-time favorites. I love a lot of the 80s bands like REO Speedwagon, Triumph, a lot of stuff like that. I'm not really into the glam rock stuff. I've learned to like some of it, that's for sure, but most of my interests are probably from about 1966, 67 up through the early 80s. And then, some of the more modern day artists I like are things like, Feist, Evanescence. I like that band. There's others too. I've been actually getting into music that I didn't like when I was younger. I wasn't never a Tom Petty fan, but here in the last year or two, I started really enjoying his music and collecting a lot of albums. And it's kind of interesting. I think as you get older, you hear stuff you remember, and it's got that nostalgia, kind of sentimental type of feeling to it, and you start paying more attention to it, the lyrics, the just whatever it is, and it triggers something in you as you start getting older. The most easy way to put it. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll try to figure out how this channel is going to work. This will be my first video, at least on this content, which I think also, I will still upload some bootleg stuff here and there. I haven't been doing that too much over the last 3 years, but I'm definitely heavily getting into vinyl, and it's going to be some vinyl content, at least for a good while. Have a great day.